Hello fellow Underdogs and welcome back to episode 2 of PokeTactics. This week we'll be looking at Lanturn. Lanturn is a bit of a weird Pokemon in my opinion due to how it is ranked in competitive battles, as it is classed as NU, but with the setup that I'll be going over today, this bulky beast can take on almost anything in OU. So looking at Lanturn's stats, it is pretty obvious where its greatest asset lies. With a base total of 460, Lanturn's stat total doesn't seem that impressive, but when 125 of those points lie in HP, it is pretty obvious that Lanturn is made to take hits. With its next best stats being the specials, with 76 in both special attack and special defense, you can tell that when building a Lanturn set, you want it to be a specially defensive wall. However, it could work well as a mixed defensive Pokemon, as a defense of 58 isn't too bad. However, it's not that great. Alongside defense, Lanturn's attack stat is also 58, and with a speed of 67, Lanturn isn't too fast either. With only two weaknesses, Lanturn has it quite easy going, as it's only weak to grass and ground, and with Lanturn resisting 5 moves, fire, flying, water, ice and steel, and with Volt Absorb ability it has immunity to electric type moves, Lanturn has pretty good coverage. Lanturn's move pool seems to be tailored more towards being a bulky Pokemon than anything else. The first move that Lanturn can make good use of becomes available at level 6, Thunder Wave. Due to Lanturn's low speed, paralyzing the opponent is going to be a good way to ensure that you can hit the opponent before they hit you. The next move that will help you prevent the opponent from hitting you becomes available at level 17, Confuse Ray. Twinned with Thunder Wave, Confuse Ray will make sure that it's damn near impossible for the opponent to hit you, as well as possibly inflicting damage on them too. Now, while your opponent is unable to hit you, you may want to make sure that when they do hit you, Lanturn will take as little damage as possible. To do this, you will need Lanturn to be at least level 27, as that is when it learns Stockpile. Stockpile will increase both defense and special defense by one stage each turn used, making Lanturn more bulky each time you use it. Another move that will keep you alive is learned at level 52, Aqua Ring. This move will restore 1/16 of Lanturn's health at the end of each round, which is the same as Leftovers. However, Lanturn does have some good attacking moves it can learn. At level 57 it learns Hydro Pump, being able to dish out a move powerful enough to make up for Lanturn's slightly low special attack. Also, via TM there are two other moves that will suit Lanturn very well. The first one is Charge Beam. Although this move is less powerful than Thunderbolt, which is also a viable TM, Charge Beam has the chance to raise Lanturn's special attack, meaning that the Charge Beam after two special attack rises will become more powerful than Thunderbolt. The other possible move is just for an increased type coverage. Dazzling Gleam is a powerful fairy type attack, giving Lanturn a move that will be able to hit Dragon, Fighting and Dark type Pokemon harder than it could with stab moves. Now, as you can tell with the moves that I highlighted, it is pretty safe to say that I'm going to be giving you items which will aid Lanturn's bulk. The first item is Leftovers, meaning that it is possible, if you are running Aqua Ring, to restore 1/8 of Lanturn's health at the end of each round, which could be very useful if you're against a Pokemon that has been able to hit you hard while paralyzing and confusing it. The second item is solely for those who run Aqua Ring. The Big Root will increase how much HP Lanturn gets from its Aqua Ring at the end of each turn, while not giving the opponent an item that will help them if they use a move such as Trick or Switcheroo. The last item is for an all-out attacking Lanturn that still needs the bulk. The Assault Vest will increase Lanturn's special defense by 50%, while only allowing it to use attacking moves. Lanturn has three abilities. You are able to catch it with either Illuminate or Volt Absorb. If you get Illuminate, just get rid of it, as it has no use in battle. Volt Absorb, on the other hand, renders Lanturn immune to electric attacks and raises its HP if hit by one. Its hidden ability is Water Absorb, which does the same as Volt Absorb, but for water type moves. You can choose either Water or Volt Absorb to run. Personally, I run Water Absorb just because people don't expect it. As for teammates, you're going to want Pokemon that will be able to help you out where Lanturn falls short. For this team, I'm going to suggest Pokemon from the NU category, just in case you want to run Lanturn in its own tier. For the first Pokemon, I would recommend Emolga. Emolga's immunity to ground type attacks mean that you can switch into it if you predict your opponent will use Earthquake and take you out. Also, its 4 times resistance to grass will cover Lanturn's grass type weakness too. For the next Pokemon, I would suggest Leafeon. Leafeon can be such a strong physical attacker, giving it the ability to take out special walls that Lanturn cannot touch. For the third Pokemon, Mothim would be a great choice. Mothim is added for the same reason as Emolga, but the fact that Mothim can set up Quiver Dance make it a good team member. For the fourth Pokemon, Slowpuff can be a great help. They are bulky and they can also dish out a good hit, so having a Slowpuff cannot go amiss. For the final Pokemon, I would suggest Carracosta. This is because it can use Rapid Spin to get rid of spikes that could potentially screw over Lanturn. That's it for this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the Underdogs. Also, check out the links in the description for their individual channels. Next episode, we'll be looking at a Dragon Ground type. I will let you speculate who that will be. And until next week, guys, I'm John, and I'm out.